us close, but it's strange now. Dreams holding us closer. Meadows of our youth, 107 days, but recalling it backwards. Our dreams holding us closer. Ooh, we can see so clear. Ooh, we can see so clear. Blue, and you are shades of gray, living day to day. Even when we're free, it's true. Difference is the same. The colors always change, but the song is the same now. In June, lifting us higher. Ooh, we can see so clear. 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 to the mountains, sitting across the bay. Morning comes always steadier than yesterday. I'll take the stillness as a sign to write a song about things we've done and the things still to come. Flowers in the plenty, coloring in the view. Red sunburns late Sunday afternoon. Talking for hours about the places we have gone and things we've done and the things still to come. It's high tide, high tide, high tide, high tide. Old trees with orange leaves, they take me to a place. To be by your side, I would run all night and day. Tall pines and fall lines, I'm glad that we are home.